Snapchat. Hello. What's going on? I'm dropping me fucking MacBook. That's what I'm doing. Got a question that came in. Must have been over a week ago now, but I haven't got to it yet. So today we're getting to it. Today we're talking karma. So the specific individual has an idea or an awareness that they were having bad things happen to them due to them doing bad things, and like it was bad karma. Now, this is a little bit of a big one because there's a couple different components to it, and all three of them are going to be a little bit different to, I suppose, what some of the status quo things are. But if you follow each of them through, you'll understand the linkages, and it'll probably make a lot of sense. So bear with me while we work through this one together. So the first critical part is judgment. So you only think bad things are happening to you because you've perceived that your action that you've done was bad. Whereas if you're able to actually look at it and write down all the negatives and all the positives from that specific action that you've taken or that specific event, you realize it's actually balanced. If you actually take the effort to write it all down, you'll see this. So that's the first part, is realizing that your perception of something may be only one-sided and you might not be seeing the whole picture. Not all those things you're fully perceiving. So you're perceiving or judging this action or event as being either negative or positive, but it's actually balanced and neutral. Having said that, people often say, like attracts like. So if you're a positive person, then more positive things will happen to you, and if you're negative things will happen to you, which, I understand and I agree with, but I agree with it because your perception of it, right, is that it's a bad thing or it's a good thing, and that's why you perceive that those things are good or bad that you're attracting to yourself. So therefore, once again, if you're able to be balanced and love the negatives and the positives because they all serve you and they're all balanced and they're all neutral, then you'll have a neutral standpoint about everything. So it's not because you're negative that negative things are happening to you. It's because you have a negative mindset that you're only able to see the negatives in things, if that makes sense. So essentially, if you're able to look at everything, that everything has both positive and negative, both light and dark, both day and night, both summer and winter, then you'll understand that everything's neutral. And therefore, when these events happen to you, you won't perceive them as being negative or positive. You'll just love them for what they are. So if you're able to then look at yourself and look at your actions and your past and what you've done, and realize that this mistake that you've made, maybe you cheated on someone, maybe you lied about something, maybe you fucking stole something, right? Why did you originally do that? It obviously served you for some reason, right? You were unfulfilled in that relationship. Therefore, you then move on to a different relationship and allow the person that you're with to move on, because obviously you both weren't fulfilled if something like that was to happen, right? It's obviously not balanced if someone's wanting to go do a cheat, right? So what we're doing is we're taking these events that are, coming into our life, things that are already in our life or things that are in our past, right? And we're looking at them through a filter going, is this positive or is this negative? And, we're putting it into a category. Whereas if we stop and realize that every negative has a positive and every positive has a negative, you'll be balanced and poised and have a love and gratitude for each event. Because each thing serves you and each thing has both equally. So, when we say things like attracts like, and what you put out, you get back. If we're able to understand that the positives are the negatives and the negatives are the positives, and have gratitude, and everything we experience we have gratitude for and we love, even if it's not immediate, even if it takes you a little bit of time to see the positives and negatives and reach that neutral point. If all you're putting out is love and gratitude, then what are you attracting? Love and gratitude. What more could you want in your life? So, these are the major components. You're perceiving things in a contrast and saying they're either positive or negative. You're thinking that you've made a mistake. You're judging yourself because of something that you did that served you. And then you're judging your life and thinking that these negative things are happening to you because you feel guilty and shameful or negative about something that you've done. And you're thinking that you've got bad karma. So step one, stop judging the event or the action that you took, because it's not just a negative thing, it has both, and it served you. You did it for a reason. Find the reason as to why you did it. It shouldn't be too hard to look for. Often we don't want to admit to ourselves what the reason was, because then that'll destroy this view that we have of, oh, but I didn't cheat because I wasn't fulfilled in it. No, you cheated because you weren't fulfilled in a relationship. It's that simple. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You've now come to the realization that you weren't fulfilled, and now you can move on, and you allow the other person to move on with someone who they're going to be fulfilled with. I know a lot of people who have had this happen to them, and they're stronger, better people now, and they love harder. Sounds pretty good to me. So, you stop judging that action or that event. Because it served you, you did it for a reason. It will become clear if you write it down. Sometimes it's often clearer than you think. And then stop judging yourself. So you judge yourself, and you feel guilty and shameful. And then, of course, you're only going to see bad things coming into your life, because you can't enjoy the present moments, because you have this terrible view of yourself that you're like this bad person. Oh, I don't deserve good things, so I'm a terrible person. Everybody has both. And then stop judging these things that are coming into your life, because everything that's coming into your life is there for a reason. It's there to serve you. It's there for you to learn a lesson. It's there to help you grow on part of your journey. And everything will have a positive and a negative. 100%. 100%. So, don't judge the actions and the behaviors. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge your life. Instead, love and be grateful for the actions and the behaviors and the things. Love and gratitude for yourself. Love and gratitude for your life. This is an alternative view on karma. Maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't. Try it out and see. I'm sure it'll make a difference. So, in short, yes, I do agree, and I do believe in the idea of karma, or the concept, but I have a different view on it. And I feel like it's better. That's not to say I'm any better or worse than anybody, or my views are special or better than... No, it's just... I think this is a nicer way to look at the idea of karma, and I think once you take the judgment out of it and replace it with gratitude, it changes your life. So, hope you enjoyed today's little mini thing. I was doing a lot of... At the start, I was dry throat, so I got some water. Yeah, I sorted that shit. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend. I know a few people who are sleeping the whole day because they went really hard yesterday. So I hope the rest of you actually making use of this beautiful day outside. And I hope you have a fantastic week as well. I'll be doing another lesson in the week. I just hadn't gotten to this one for a while as come on, but I have had a couple other questions come through that I need to tackle. So there's a couple on the way.
The Germans would say, das ist lecker, Rebecca, Rebecca.